Whatever we ever have done has been done with consensual adults who into what we into and like what we like. If we want something, we know exactly where to go to get it. We ain't never forced nobody. We ain't never drugged nobody against their will. And we can't just, weaponize social media to take down people who have families and who communities depend on. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about who have done everything that they can to uplift and help to evolve our communities.
I was going through what I was going through within myself, but once I filed, everything becomes public record.
At 50, Tiny Harris is finally breaking her silence about her stormy marriage to T.I. Once celebrated as hip-hop's power couple on Family Hustle, their love story turned into pure chaos, filled with divorce papers, cheating scandals, lawsuits, and shocking abuse claims. It all started back in 2001 Atlanta, when T.I. was just another hungry rapper fighting for his spot in the game, while Tiny was already living the star life as part of the legendary R&B group Escape. Their connection was instant, the chemistry too strong to ignore, and even with that age gap, they couldn't stay away from each other. Tiny quickly became T.I.'s ride or die, standing strong no matter what storm hit. When T.I. faced arrests and jail time, Tiny showed up every single time visiting him, defending him, and proving her loyalty in ways most wouldn't dare. That loyalty became her trademark. Fans saw her as the backbone, the one holding their empire together while T.I. kept testing fate. But their love wasn't just about romance, it was about power. When they met, Tiny had the fame, the money, and the industry connections. T.I. was still grinding to make a name for himself, and being linked to Tiny instantly raised his status.
We had just exchanged numbers in the mall, so we ended up just meeting around the corner.
She followed me out the mall.
I followed him too.
Child in tow. Followed me across the street to $3 Cafe.
Their relationship was built on love, ambition, and control, a dangerous mix that would later explode for the whole world to see. T.I. embodied that raw, street-bred Atlanta energy that couldn't be ignored, and Tiny was drawn straight to it. His ambition, his swagger, his hunger for success, it all pulled her in. By 2007, T.I. got down on one knee and proposed, marking what looked like the start of their next big chapter. But before wedding bells could ring, everything came crashing down. In 2009, T.I. was hit with federal weapons charges and sentenced to prison. Still, Tiny held it down like a true soldier visiting him, keeping the family together and showing the world just how deep her loyalty ran. Even when the future looked shaky, she never wavered. By the mid-2000s, T.I. had climbed his way to the top, becoming one of the South's biggest rap icons. Hit after hit, he was unstoppable, and Tiny was always right there beside him, smiling, supporting, and sometimes even handling business like a boss. She wasn't just his wife-to-be, she was his backbone, his partner, and sometimes his manager in disguise. Of course, not everyone understood it. Some people couldn't get why Tiny stayed loyal to a man surrounded by so much chaos and legal trouble. But others praised her for sticking around when most would have walked away. Their bond, built on loyalty and sheer determination, became the glue that kept them together even as the scandals started piling up. By 2010, after nearly a decade of ups and downs, T.I. and Tiny finally made it official in a lavish Miami wedding surrounded by friends, family, and celebrities. For fans, it felt like a fairy tale ending, the long-awaited moment of peace after years of storms. But little did anyone know that peace wouldn't last for long. After years of wild ups and downs, T.I. and Tiny built what looked like the ultimate blended family, a crew that became their biggest flex and the heart of their brand.
People are coming forward saying rapper T.I. and his wife Tiny. No.
The newest set of accusers join others who say the Atlanta-based couple drugged them, then took advantage of them.
They had 3 kids together, plus others from past relationships, creating one big, lively household that soon became the center of their hit VH1 reality show, T.I. and Tiny, The Family Hustle. That show pulled fans straight into their world, a behind-the-scenes peek at fame, family, and chaos under one roof. It painted T.I. as the strict, protective dad, while Tiny came across as the nurturing, ride-or-die mom holding it all together. Their different parenting styles kept things real, and fans loved every minute of it. The show didn't just entertain, it rebuilt their image. At that time, T.I. was still trying to bounce back from legal troubles and prison time, and the series polished up their reputation, making them look like the perfect family, grounded, relatable, and picture perfect. It was part family story, part PR move, and it worked, for a while at least. But behind the smiles and family dinners, the cracks were already showing. People whispered about T.I.'s alleged infidelity, and Tiny occasionally dropped subtle hints about her pain through interviews and cryptic social posts. Still, they kept moving forward, presenting a united front, because their image was everything. For Tiny, family came first, her kids were her world, and she fought hard to give them stability despite all the noise. For T.I., the family hustle helped him project growth, maturity, and control, even while the rumors kept swirling.
On Red Table Talk, you said that you've never slept with anyone else, and he said, I've never been dishonest with you. And it was sort of this kind of, people are trying to kind of decipher that whole thing.
Their marriage became more than love. It was a brand, a partnership built on business, image, and survival. But behind the cameras, things weren't as picture perfect as they seemed. The marriage started to crumble under the pressure of non-stop rumors, betrayal, and public drama. What looked like stability from the outside was really falling apart behind closed doors. Whispers of T.I.'s cheating turned into loud accusations, and soon, everyone knew something wasn't right. By the mid-2010 seconds, Tiny herself couldn't stay silent anymore. She began addressing the issue head-on, confirming what fans had already suspected: her marriage was far from perfect. Then came one of the most explosive moments, Tiny being linked to none other than boxing champ Floyd Mayweather, one of T.I.'s biggest enemies. The rumors lit the internet on fire, and when T.I. and Mayweather actually got into a public fight in Las Vegas back in 2014, things went from bad to worse. Fans started to wonder, was Tiny finally getting even? Around that same time, she dropped a song that had everyone speculating it was about Mayweather. The lyrics, the timing, it all lined up too perfectly, and people were convinced Tiny was finally speaking her truth through music. Then, in December 2016, after years of public embarrassment and emotional pain, Tiny had enough. She officially filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. She called out the cheating and loss of trust that had poisoned their marriage, and while fans were shocked, deep down, no one was surprised.
For a man who was just sentenced to more than a year in federal prison, the rapper T.I. seemed more grateful than grave.
The writing had been on the wall for years. During their split, T.I. didn't make things any easier. He made headlines after saying that marriage is not natural for men, a comment that sent fans into outrage. It made him look detached and dismissive, while Tiny was once again portrayed as the woman who gave everything: loyalty, love, and years of sacrifice, only to be left carrying the weight of it all. The couple somehow found their way back to each other again. By 2017, T.I. and Tiny looked like they had reconciled, showing up to events together and even continuing to film their reality show. But to fans, it was clear this wasn't a fairy tale reunion. It was just another round in their never-ending cycle of betrayal, breakups, and makeups. For Tiny, staying seemed to come from loyalty and the deep history they shared: 2 decades of love, pain, and family. For T.I., getting back together helped him keep that family man image that was key to his career and public persona. But even after reconciling, the cheating whispers never died down. The internet stayed busy questioning if Tiny's loyalty was really her strength or her downfall. Some fans admired her for standing by her man through it all, while others blasted her for putting up with disrespect just to keep the peace.
How about telling the world how absolutely fabulous it has been to be married to such a smart, debonair, ravishing, wonderful man?
The imbalance in their relationship became more obvious than ever. Tiny kept giving, forgiving, and holding the family together, while T.I. kept pushing boundaries like he couldn't believe she'd still be there. And when things got messy, they didn't hide it, they took it straight to social media. Unlike other celebrity couples who handled drama behind closed doors, T.I. and Tiny let the world watch their arguments unfold online. Tiny's cryptic posts hinted at heartbreak and betrayal, while T.I. fired back in his own way, liking shady comments and posting slick remarks that fans instantly linked to her. Their online back and forth became its own soap opera. Gossip blogs couldn't keep up, and fans were glued to every post, every like, and every subtle jab. Their love story wasn't just personal anymore, it was public entertainment. In 2019, things hit a whole new level when T.I. sat down at the Red Table Talk with Jada Pinkett Smith, and let's just say, what came out of his mouth had everybody talking. During that interview, he openly admitted that he held Tiny to a totally different standard than himself, expecting her to stay loyal while he gave himself a free pass. That confession exploded online, going viral in minutes and exposing the deep imbalance in their marriage for the world to see. Fans were furious. Many called him out for being a hypocrite, while others couldn't help but feel sorry for Tiny, who had already endured years of public embarrassment. For Tiny, hearing her husband admit something like that on a major show must have felt like another public slap in the face, another moment where her pain became entertainment. Their personal issues had become everyone's business, and they didn't seem to mind. Instead of solving problems in private, they aired everything online, turning their marriage into a live drama series. Every post, every clapback, every shady comment added more chaos, and while it kept them trending, it destroyed what little privacy they had left. Their marriage wasn't built on peace anymore, it was built on spectacle. By then, T.I. and Tiny had become the couple everyone watched not for their love, but for their conflicts. But in early 2021, things took a dark turn.
The wedding was beautiful. I can't complain.
And they say you and T.I.
Yes. I just tell men like this. If you feel like your woman is a trophy, she should be at home on the shelf.
Their marriage was suddenly pulled into one of the biggest scandals of their careers when multiple women came forward with disturbing accusations against them. The details varied, but the number of claims was staggering, sparking investigations and keeping them under the harsh glare of the media for months. Though no charges were filed, the accusations were serious enough to nearly destroy their reputation. Overnight, the power couple who once symbolized loyalty and hustle were now facing some of the heaviest scrutiny of their lives, and the world watched every second of it unfold. The internet exploded, everyone had an opinion, and no one was holding back. Fans, critics, and gossip blogs dissected every rumor, every accusation, every detail. Some swore the stories exposed a dark side of T.I. and Tiny's relationship, while others claimed it was just a massive plot to destroy their empire. The fallout hit hard and fast. T.I. started losing deals left and right, TV shows paused, business ventures froze, and brands ran for cover. Tiny wasn't spared either. She faced waves of criticism, with people accusing her of either knowing too much or staying silent to protect their image. For a couple who'd already survived years of cheating rumors, drama, and public tension, this scandal was different. It was louder, darker, and impossible to ignore. Their lawyers came out swinging, calling the allegations false and labeling it all a smear campaign. Public statements insisted there was no proof, no evidence, begging fans to stop jumping to conclusions.
I saw this video that was online of Tip backstage slapping a girl's ass. You should not be grabbing on nobody's ass. Like, I care about the cheating and the disrespect.
You are upset, but not with me. You upset with the people who keep calling you.
But no matter how loud the denials were, the damage was already done. Even without a single charge, their reputation took a major hit, and the world started looking at them differently. What made it even worse was the timing. Just when it seemed like they had finally found some peace after all the divorces, makeups, and social media feuds, this bombshell dropped out of nowhere. The accusations shattered the image of stability they'd fought so hard to rebuild, leaving everyone wondering what really went down behind closed doors. For Tiny, the spotlight was cruel. Social media turned into a battlefield. Some fans showed her love, saying she'd been humiliated and hurt for years, while others went after her, claiming she had enabled T.I.'s alleged behavior. The comments were relentless, and the judgment was brutal. Meanwhile, T.I. fought back publicly, dropping videos, denying everything, and defending their names with full force. But the scandal didn't just test their innocence, it reignited one big question. Had Tiny stayed out of loyalty, or was she trapped by everything they'd built together? Some people believe Tiny wasn't just an innocent bystander, they thought she played her own part in keeping up appearances, even when things behind the scenes turned dark. The truth stayed messy and unclear, but one thing was obvious: those allegations left a permanent stain on their public image. As time passed and the headlines slowly faded, T.I. and Tiny found themselves in a strange, uneasy place. Their marriage had already survived cheating rumors, public fights, and even divorce filings, but this scandal hit differently. It wasn't just gossip anymore. It reshaped how the world saw them.
Even before there was a T.I. family hustle, you know, papers been saying divorce may be looming. We hope for the better. The only person who can answer that better than us is you. How's everything going between you and the missus?
Oh, I'm fine.
For many fans, the 2021 controversy forever changed their perception of the couple, no matter how many denials came afterward. Even though no court ever brought official charges, that dark cloud from 2021 never really went away. Their story had evolved from a love tale into something far heavier, a cautionary saga about what happens when fame, power, and controversy collide. No matter how hard they tried to clean up the image, the stain just wouldn't fade. By 2022, after more than 2 decades together, T.I. and Tiny's relationship wasn't just famous, it was infamous. What began as a sweet love story between an up-and-coming rapper and an R&B star had turned into a whirlwind of loyalty, betrayal, scandal, and pure survival. Insiders started whispering that Tiny had finally grown distant. Years of public embarrassment, online chaos, and endless cheating rumors had drained her spirit. People close to her said she wasn't the same woman who once fought to keep the marriage alive. The reconciliation after her 2016 divorce filing had come with T.I.'s promise to change, but now that promise felt empty. This time, she seemed done for real.
Against me, we're supposed to be together. And that, to me, I felt like it was, maybe it was because it was so new to you. Maybe you hadn't learned how to control it.
Even though the couple still appeared together in public, fans could feel the difference. The spark was gone, no more playful posts, no more family moments on social media. The warmth that once made them seem unbreakable had faded, replaced by quiet distance and an energy that screamed, "It's over," even if they haven't said it yet. Tiny started shifting her focus, pouring her energy into her own projects and her kids, while T.I. threw himself into business ventures and public appearances that kept him far from the family spotlight. In interviews, T.I. insisted that he and Tiny were still committed to their marriage, but his words always felt vague, almost rehearsed. Meanwhile, Tiny stayed quiet, avoiding any direct talk about their relationship, and that silence spoke louder than anything she could have said. Fans picked up on it fast. The more they stayed quiet, the more people started to believe that while they were still married on paper, emotionally, they were already living separate lives. The once beloved family hustle era was over, the cameras gone, the family image fading, and the internet buzzing with questions about how much longer they could really hold on.
I mean, it was pretty stressful because, I was going through what I was going through, within myself. But once I filed, everything becomes public record.
By 2023, the whispers grew into full-blown rumors. Talk of a final split was everywhere. Gossip blogs broke down every post, every caption, every move Tiny made online, claiming she was dropping subtle hints that she had reached her breaking point. And through it all, one thing stood out: Tiny's resilience. After years of people accusing her of turning a blind eye to T.I.'s behavior, she started taking her power back. Fans noticed how different she looked, more confident, more independent, more like herself. She wasn't hiding in the shadow of T.I. anymore. She was stepping back into her own light. Leaked conversations even suggested that Tiny admitted privately that the marriage had left her emotionally scarred. Nothing was confirmed, but the message was clear. This time felt final. Tiny also reconnected with her roots, reuniting with her group Escape and touring on her own again. Fans loved it seeing her back on stage, shining without needing to stand next to her husband. The fact that T.I. was missing from her shows only fueled the rumors more. By 2024, their marriage didn't look like a partnership anymore. It was stuck in a gray zone, where love had faded, distance had grown, and everyone could see the end coming.
By 2005, Escape had been broken up for a while, but then you guys tried to reunite and do a fourth album, Unchained?
Yeah, Unchained.
Even if they hadn't officially called it quits yet. They never made an official divorce announcement, but the distance between them was crystal clear. Some fans praised Tiny for her loyalty for standing by T.I. through every storm, while others couldn't understand why she kept holding on to a relationship so full of chaos. At 50, Tiny became the perfect picture of both strength and heartbreak, a woman who gave everything to love and paid the price for it.
T.I. and his wife Tamika Harris, aka Tiny, are defending themselves from new allegations made by former friend Sabrina Peterson.
She had built a whole family with T.I., supported him through every legal fight, and stayed strong through years of public scandals. But in doing so, she endured endless humiliation, whispers of infidelity, and even dark speculation about what went on behind closed doors. Whether she stayed out of love, loyalty, or the weight of shared history, one thing was clear: her marriage had cost her far more than anyone could ever imagine. As for T.I., the damage to his image never really healed. Once celebrated as the King of the South, his name became tangled in controversy and drama that overshadowed his music.
Don't understand. Tip had some infidelities with a girl who I hired, and that girl is one of the reasons why I got my own house.
He still had projects and business moves, but that unstoppable spark he once had in rap, it faded, replaced by a legacy marked by scandal and regret. By 2025, the couple remained together in name, but everyone could see what it really was: a bond worn thin by years of betrayal, power struggles, and survival. What started as a love story turned into one of hip-hop's most infamous sagas, a tale of ambition and pain that fans still can't stop debating. Tiny's silence now speaks louder than any interview ever could. It's her final word on a story that no longer needs explaining. The empire they built together may still stand, but the love that built it, that's long gone. So what do you think? Did Tiny stay too long? Or was she just too loyal for her own good? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.